Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it's time to take care of our level 45 White Mage quest. Hello there, Rhea Osena. Rhea Osena would send you on a pilgrimage. Your command of white magic has advanced considerably, Satora. Yes, the time draws near. Let us begin our preparations for the quieting. At its roots, the ritual is no different from the acts of pacifying that you have already performed. The difference lies only in the difficulty of the effort. The Great One possesses a power unfathomably more immense than the elementals you have communed with thus far. Power so immense that a mage might easily be overwhelmed by the sheer force of its will. To prevent such a catastrophic fate, our tradition decrees that a special guard must be done before performing the ritual. I've prepared for you these pieces, but I fear they will not avail you in their current state. So it is that I would send you on a journey. I trust you know the story of A-Towa-Cant. Rare among the Podgel, he left the forest behind to travel the realm, healing the land and its people. As tribute to his wanderlust after he passed, his ashes were divided among several urns, which were in turn carried to the far reaches of the realm. And it was there, in the distant lands of the great mage so loved, that his ashes were buried and monuments erected in his honor. You are to go on a pilgrimage to these sites and receive the blessings of your forebear. Only then will the garb I have gifted you be imbued with his divine powers. Mind you, you will find that these places are not as welcoming as they might have been in Master A-Towa-Cant's time. The first site is on the shores of western Lenosia, a place now feared as the Serpent's Tongue, home to a band of vile pirates. The next is to be found in Mordona, in that overgrown labyrinth of roots and vines so affectionately known as a tangle. I do hope that Master Atoa's ashes have survived those most oppressive environs. The third site I would have you visit is perhaps the most treacherous location of a lot. Ralbon's Push in northern Thanalan, a stone's throw from an Imperial stronghold. I urge you to exercise extreme caution. Alright then, we are going on a pilgrimage. Let's start off with Lenosia. Actually, we can just return to Aleport. Alright, so we are heading off into the Serpent Reaver's home. That is going to be way off to the west, past the north and south tide gates, and then further still, we'll pass through a tunnel, and we'll take the northwest exit to get to the exact home of the Serpent Reavers. And that is where the grave marker will be. Alright, we got a hike ahead of us then. It's not the longest hike in the world, but it is a bit of a hike, so. Almost to the South Tide Gate now. And I think we should be more than capable of handling any enemies that come our way, especially since this area is going to be crawling with Sahagin. It is Sahagin territory. No, back off, Shelf Scale. Don't need to fight you. You mind your own business. Into this tunnel right here. And let's see. Our destination should be just ahead and to the right when we go through this door. Okay, let's try and be careful not to get spotted by too many enemies around here. There are plenty of sea wasps. The gravestone is inscribed with an epitaph paying tribute to the life and deeds of the great mage A-Towa-Cant. Alright. Ah, we need to pray. Got it. Alright, there's one piece of garb upgraded. Let's get those gloves equipped. Oh, okay, fine. We'll take care of the sea wasp and then get the gloves equipped. I was gonna fight you either way, sea wasp, since you are on the hunting log for today. But sure, make just a mess of everything. I was gonna put on some nice new fancy gloves, so I can fight you with better gloves, I guess. Okay. There we go. Let's get those new gloves on. Any spirit bond I can pull? No. Actually, real quick, let's double check. Is there anything I can pull spirit bond out of? Nope. Now, how many more sea wasps do we need to fight? We need to fight 4 total. So let's nick 2 more. And then we can move on to our next destination up in Mordona, and for that we'll start in Curthis. Alright, good news. Those sea wasps were all we needed for Conjure entry number 47. Alright, on to Curthis. Alright, since we are passing through the area, I thought I might go ahead and take a quick detour up towards the White Brim front. In order to take care of a couple of Hippocerphs for our hunting log, we just need to fight 2 of them. So I'll go ahead and take care of these 2. They will contribute to, but not complete, our level 42 entry on our hunting log. And then I'll meet you where we actually need to be in Curthis to get to Mordona. Alright, the path to Mordona is found here in Curthis Central Highlands. As you enter from the North Shroud, or as you're coming from the Observatorium, you want to head west, past the entrance to the North Shroud, cross the river, cross to the south, and then the entrance is going to be right down here. And as we're passing through, we need to fight 4 snow wolves for another entry on our hunting log. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. Alright, that's our last snow wolf, which should clear out Conjure entry number 45. Now we can head on to Mordona, which we've been to a couple times, largely for gathering, though we've also been here for doing Dragoon hunting logs. We're going to start coming here more and more often, and eventually we will come here in the main story, as we will go everywhere in the main story eventually. But we're going to start out here in Revenant's Toll. Nice little city. I love it a lot. And we need to head out to the west. And let's see, as we are heading out to the west, the Tangle is going to be down the road, and to the south, it's going to be just basically a massive swamp area. Why does it seem like every time I come here to Mordona, the weather is gloom? The gloom weather makes me sad. It's pretty, but it makes it hard to see. And also it's called gloom. It is called gloom, right? Yeah. Good, I haven't been saying that incorrectly for several episodes. No, bad nicks. You back off. And we've got Morbles down here as well. Delightful. Can I sneak past all of you? Nope, okay. That's fine. Marbles aren't the worst thing in the world, just don't get hit by the bad breath. And there is the grave we're looking for. All right. And that gives us Healer Boots. How's that stat change for us? Better defense, good. And secondary stats are getting a decent bonus. Swapping out the direct hit for Piety, but Piety's good. It increases your mana regeneration rate. Alright, now that we have that done, let's head on to North Anilin. And there is a path to North Anilin from here. And on the way, we're going to pass right by a good spot for getting more hunting log out of the way. Alright, continuing west from the Tangle. Is there really not a bridge here at all? Alright, well, it's not exactly deep. Over here, we are approaching a Garlium Castrum, where our targets is going to be 5th Cohort Ekis. We are looking to fight 4 of them. I don't feel great about going this close to a Garlium Castrum. It is kind of a dangerous move, but also Satora's kinda mad at them right now, for reasons you may be able to understand. So maybe she's just not thinking fully rationally. She sees a castrum and she's like, fuck it, I'm tearing shit up. Alright, here's gonna be Eki's number 3. Let me bop you with an arrow. Okay, it's going well. It is going well. And we're clear. Excellent. Okay, one more 5th cohort Ekis. Where can I find that? Probably somewhere in the base, I would assume. Oh, here we go. Getting attacked by one right now. Oh, and there's another one right up against the gate. There we go. That is... Oh, come on. That is entry number 46 on our hunting log done. Now let's get on to North Thanalin, where the entrance is going to be just straight south through the base. Just ignore all the Garleans who are very rightfully angry with me, though they deserve it. They deserve all the suffering I'm going to bring their way when I get my vengeance. And here's the path to North Thanalin. Now then, we are directly in Ralbon's Bush at the very north end of North Thanalin. The path to Central Thanalin is all the way at the south end. Now let's see, where's that grave? And then before we report back, we also have another hunt log target in the area, so... Yeah, no, White Mage kind of brings us to a good chunk of places that we already need to go. Makes me pretty happy. Okay, looks like down here. Right over the ceruleum. Lovely. Okay, here's the epitaph. And that is another piece of equipment prepared. That is our pants. Better armor, better substats. Perfect. Alright, let's go find that hunt log target. We are looking for Ahriman. There are 4 that we need to fight. And they should be... yeah, they're going to be over in this area, I believe. So, let's slip into the ceruleum processing plant, which looks to be held by Eorzea right now. Holding a base that close to another castrum, that is... yeah, that is risky. But it is a good position to work from. Alright, and the Ahriman should be this way. Ah, there they are. Oh, and look, more corrupted ether. Do we have another shard of Dalamud around here, or...? Alright, so we just need to take care of 4 of these. That'll clear out entry number 49. And then I think I will meet you back at Camp Tranquil to meet up with Rhea Osena. Hello there, Rhea Osena. I return, and I have visited all 3 of the gravestones. Your safe return heartens me, Satora. I can feel newfound power emanating from the garb I gave you. I trust that this stage of your pilgrimage was a success. Now that you have traveled the realm and seen the land as Master A-Towa did, I would share with you the rest of his tale. The histories claim that A-Towa-Cant disappeared in the mountains of Ogomoro, the kobold motherland. This is not untrue, but there is more to the story. When the Great Mage did not return from his journey, one of his most devoted students went in search of him. As the legends have it, the young mage single-handedly fought off veritable legions of kobolds while scouring the mountains for any sign of his master. Sadly, it was as all had feared. Though the young mage eventually found his master, the great A-Towa-Cant lived no more. As if the death of the man were not enough, Thyrus, A-Towa-Cant's great staff, a mighty relic passed down by his ancestors, was lost to the shadows. Undeterred, the young mage fought off the kobold hordes to carry his master's remains back to the surface. A ceremony was held to honor Master A-Towa's life and deeds, and urns housing his ashes were carried off to the far-reaching frontiers of which he was so fond in his living years. All the urns, that is, except for one. Yes, though the precise location is known to only a few, Master A-Towa also rests closer to home. Here in the Twelves Wood, not far from Proud Creek, you will find yet another monument to the Great Mage. Take with you this habit and pay your respects as before. If you keep pure intentions in your heart and in your mind, then the healer's robe shall be your reward. Alright. Then that means we are heading off to North Shroud for this next stage of our pilgrimage. Alright, made it up to Fallgourd Float. From here, it's not too far of a trek to get to our destination at Proud Creek. Head out the east exit, and we're going to follow the road to the north. And it looks like, as we head north, it'll be indeed on our right at the very north end of the path. Shouldn't be too hard to navigate to. I know exactly where that is, actually. And while we're in the area, we've got lesser columns we can fight for our hunting log. We need to fight 4 of them, and they will contribute to, or finish, entry number 44 for White Mage. There should be plenty around here, so we should be able to get that done no problem. There's number 2, you're number 3, and you're a Dullahan. You're not what I wanted to fight, but sure, I'll fight you. Let's take care of the Dullahan first, because that's going to be a much bigger threat, I think. Actually, hang on. Do we have... We should have some caster food around here. Pastry fish. Let's do it. I only saw that it affected spell speed, so I'm assuming it is exactly what we need. And this will put us up to 3 lesser Kalungs defeated. There's our last one right there. How's it going back there, Juniper? Good work taking care of the Kalung. Oh. I guess I had one already dead, or I miscount. Oh god, that was not what I meant to do. Alright, well, that is entry 44 done. I believe that's entry 44 done. Yep, there we go. I'm in trouble. Oh, this kind of fell apart in a hurry, didn't it? Alright, well at least once the Dullahans are gone, we have a relatively clear shot to get up to that final urn. Okay, here we go. Up to the top. And where is that? Really? Back off, Dullahan. Okay. The grave's right over there. Oh my god, there's so many! There's so many! Here, you know what? Fine. There's no way I'm getting at that without fighting the 2 of you, so... Let's at least have a couple fights. Ah! And there's a Kalong too. Didn't notice it until it was too late. This is chaos. And the other Dillahan has spotted us. Great. I mean, I knew I was gonna fight you, but please, gosh. I don't have any breathing room here. Ow, did that nick me? Dang it. There. Gosh. Now let's check out the grave. The grave has been defiled and its contents appear to have been stolen. The power of A-Towa-Cant has been lost here. Return to Camp Tranquil and seek counsel from Rhea Osena. Oh no! The urn's gone! Oh, that sucks. Alright, fine. Back to Rhea Osena. This is awful. What happened? Hey there, Rhea. Bad news. Not only is the grave overrun, it's also been defiled. It's a problem. It's a bit of a problem. The urn holding Master A-Towa's ashes was stolen. This cannot be. Grave robbery is a damnable enough crime in itself, but what manner of scoundrel would dare defile the resting place of a Pajal? Rest assured that I will investigate this heinous crime immediately. In the meantime, your pilgrimage demands you travel to one last destination. This final leg of your journey will take you to the very place that Master A-Towa drew his last breath, Ogomoro, the homeland of the kobolds in Outer Lenosia. It is there, in plain sight of the kobold dig, that the student of whom I spoke did erect a monument to his fallen master. Alright, we're heading on to Ogomoro then. That means we're heading off back to... I'll meet you in Western Lenosia. We'll start from there. Alright, made it to Western Lenosia. Before we head on to Outer Lenosia where Ogomoro is, since we're passing through the area, and we have been clearing out quite a few of our hunting log entries on this massive pilgrimage, we've got a couple of enemies actually that we can fight over here on the Isles of Umbra. We are looking for 1 Dead Man's Moan and 2 Lammergeyers. That should be all we need to fight here. The question is, where are they? I know where the Dead Man's Moan is, but the Lammergeyers, I don't even recall what they look like. Well, we will probably find them soon enough. Dead Man's Moan is right there on the beach here at the ship graveyard. Just need to fight one of you. And then we can probably head over this one. I think this will be where we can find the Lammergeyers. Both of these contribute to the level 42 entry, but they will not complete it because we have one more enemy to fight up in, of all places, Ogomoro. There's the Lammergeyers. But now, you kind of understand why I'm taking care of this while we're on our pilgrimage. We're going to basically all of these places already. We might as well. There's one. Juniper's gone, and there's number 2. Alright, now I'm gonna head on up to Outer Lenosia. I'll meet you, I think, by the... probably by the trading post in Upper Lenosia, since that's a good halfway point on our trip. Alright, we're here in Upper Lenosia, passing Memoon's trading post. And let's make our way up to Outer Lenosia. All the way up the cliff face. And then just follow the path and we will be in Outer Lenosia. Then we've got to make our way all the way east to Ogomoro because it's going to be on the far side of the map. Alright, let's see. Path goes all the way over here. And it looks like the grave isn't even in Ogomoro itself. It's actually outside, because Ogomoro's up here. Or I guess Ugamoro, the mines are up here. Ogomoro is the whole mountain that we are technically on right now. On? Or are we still south of it? I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the best grasp of the Vilbrin geography. That's Ogomoro, that mountain over there. So we're in the mountain range it's a part of, but we're not at Ogomoro. Now then, if you three would kindly go away. There's one. You're number 2. Now please, you get out of here as well. And let me go pray to this gravestone. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go, and that gives us the hat. Excellent. Now, before we head back, let's go take care of the hunting log entries in this area. Just one enemy to take care of. We need to hunt 4 of it, I believe. We are looking for grenades. These creatures, the bomb-like creatures. Just need to kill 4 of them, and we are a pretty decent level, so I think we'll be fine. I can't imagine level 46 versus level 41, so we're going to have a bad time. Though I think before we go, there's also a twin adder hunting log entry in the area, so I'll probably take care of that as well. But first, let me take care of these bombs, or these grenades rather. Alright, the grenades have been dealt with, which should clear out entry 42 of our hunting log. Now, let's see. We've got another hunting log target up inside the mine, so let's get moving. Just ignore anyone coming after us. I'm sure it'll be fine. This won't backfire at all. Into the mine, and we are looking for Ugamoro Roundsman. You. And we need to fight 3 of you, it appears. Level 48, that sounds about right. There we are, there's 1. Give me 2 more, just 2 more roundsmen. Let's try sneaking off down this southwest path. That's a Dublin. That's a quarryman. Here's another roundsman. Alright, you're down. 1 more to go. None over here, I assume? Yeah, nothing over here. probably not going to be anything more down here. No, it's empty. No, bad Doblin. Give me just one more roundsman. How about down here? This is a problem. There we go. You are my final target. Taking you down will clear out entry number 20 for our Twin Adder hunting log. And there we go. Now to make it all the way back to Rhea Osena. I am back again, Rhea Osena, and I got the hat nice and prepared with that grave. Now, can I get it to show up? Oh, it's a circlet, not a hat? I assumed it would be a hat. Alright, well, anyways, I got the circlet all prepared. Welcome back, Satora. The journey was not an easy one, I trust, and yet I knew that Master A-Towa would guide you safely back to me. In your travels, you have received the blessings of our great ancestor. And yet, this was not the sole reason I sent you on this pilgrimage. Perhaps you sensed something of my intentions during your trip. Yes, Satora, as she would inherit Master A-Towa's legacy, I wanted you to truly walk in his footsteps. To see the realm in both its beauty and its suffering, with your own eyes as the great mage did so long ago. And yet it is strange, no? A pirate's lair, a rampant jungle, mountains of fire. Of all the hostile environs to which you journeyed, the single grave despoiled was that which rests right here in our forest home. I suspect this was the handiwork of no witless grave robber, but rather someone who knew all too well the value of that which was buried within. We must uncover the truth behind this crime and return Master A-Towa's ashes to their rightful resting place, and quickly. You are with me, yes? I am. Let's figure out what happened to this urn. Rhea Osena would have you recover the stolen ashes of A-Towa-Cant. And we're gonna learn Holy! Yes! Oh, good spell, and finally an AoE attack for us. Unfortunately, also very prone to causing eye strain or possibly seizures if you have epilepsy. It's kind of a mean spell, to be honest. Grave robbery is a loathsome enough crime in its own right, but to defile the final resting place of a Pajal, such an act could only be performed by the lowliest of bandit scum. Though I'd like to think that the elementals have already delivered due justice to the villain, we must take no chances in allowing an escape. Whilst you were away, I put my best Moogle on the hunt, searching for any sign of the culprit or the stolen remains. I dare say he should have a clue or two for us by now. At least he better, if he values that little ball on his head. Suffice it to say, though many Forestborn think of the Moogles as blessed, my own personal experience has found them to be more touched than anything else. Damn! Ouch! Poor Moogles! Alright, Koopcha Koopa! Any news? Oh, mistress, you shouldn't say such hurtful things. It's most unbecoming of a seed seer, Kupo. But fine, don't listen to me. Why, I told her just the other day that this is why she remains, shall we say, unspoken for. She might not react to that phrasing at present, but her ire was indeed fierce, Kupo. Of course, you have not come to discuss my mistress's temper, but the grave robbery. A most unforgivable act of villainy, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did, Kupo. I am pleased to say, and you will be pleased to hear, that the culprit did not escape Moogle eyes, Kupo. Well, my eyes, he did escape. My associate Pukno Polki, however, claims to have seen a band of ruffians skulking off in the direction of Red Belly Hive with various and sundry stolen goods in tow. Among them a rather conspicuously elaborate urn, Kupo. I do not know what the Red Bellies are up to, but surely it can be nothing good. Please, Satora, go quickly. If the urn is lost, I fear Rhea O's ire will be the least of my worries, Kupo. Alright. Let's go meet up with Pukno Poki. That's going to be up at the Red Belly Hive. And I think the fastest way is going to be to take the eastern path up through Snake Mold. Alright, these enemies should largely leave us alone, I hope. At the very least, they're not that strong, and the path is not that long. And now that we've arrived in the area of Quarry Mill, Red Belly Hive will be just at the northwest end of this clearing. Alright, where are you, Puknopoki? There you are, hiding inside the tree, I see. Oh, I did not have to walk all the way around. Oh my goodness. I could have... the entrance was right here. There was only one entrance. Oh no. Those thieving crooks, those crooked thieves, defiling the resting place of a Podgel, why no amount of thrashings, lashings, and bashings would suffice. Koopapo? Why, if it isn't the lovely white mage Koopa spoke of. And not a moment too soon. Why, I was just about to swoop in and give them their comeuppance myself. Now that you're here, however, I believe I'll just sit back and enjoy the show, Koopo. Those vile red bellies toss the urn into some ramshackle wagon. A most ignoble fate for a Podjali legend, I do declare. And carted it northwise towards their hive. You will retrieve it safe and sound, won't you, Koopo? I will indeed. They're headed north towards the hive, so let's get moving quickly. Looks like they didn't get very far, though. Oh, hello there. If you don't mind, I'd like you to give back the urn and then kindly perish for your crimes. Well, that's annoying. How dare you stun me? Make sure our regen is up so we're not taking too much damage. And down they go. Alright, give me that urn. Okay, excellent. Back to Rhea Osena. Alright, Rhea Osena, I return with the urn. It has been located. It is right here, thankfully. Thank you, Sidora. The remains of our exalted forebear hauled away by brigands like a sack of loot. Is that what our land has come to? There can be no doubt. It is the Great One's fury that brings such chaos to the Twelveswood. The situation is grave indeed. I shall have our wood whalers deal with the red bellies. We have more important matters before us. And yet I fear we have hit another snag. Though the urn has been safely recovered, the harsh treatment it suffered at the hands of the bandits has taken its toll. Uprooted from its proper resting place, the power of A-Towa-Cant, once housed within, has grown dim. I shall return the urn to its rightful home. Perhaps over time it will return to its former state. And yet I fear time is a luxury we do not have. We must explore other means to enchant the ritual garb. I will consult with my brother to see what knowledge he might have to offer. In the meantime, I would ask that you master your newfound skills as best you can. There is no telling when the Great One's fury might grow too strong to contain. We must ever be prepared. Alright. I'll be ready when the time comes. And Holy is a great spell. Where is it? There it is. Shoot, hold on. What hotbar do I set my freaking... There, I think. No, I set it to 5. I was right the first time. Alright, I'll have to properly set up the AoE hotbar now that we actually have AoE abilities, but Holy is a really, really good one. If a little bit blinding. Deals unaspected damage with a potency of 140 to all nearby enemies. Okay, basic AoE attack. Also causes stun for 4 seconds. Also causes stun on the player as it will blind you. What do I mean? Well, flashing warning. It's a bright spell. It is a very bright spell, especially when you're in combat and spamming it. So then, now let's finish up with what few hunting log entries remain. beginning with the East Shroud. Alright, for our next two hunting log entries, we're going to be heading through the area of Little Solace and East Shroud into the Sylphlands, where we're going to have two targets to look for. We are looking for 3rd Cohort Hoplomachus. Garleans are in the area, and we're also going to be looking for Sylph Bonnets. To find those Garleans, we want to head over towards this area, this clearing up here, as that is where most of them are going to be stationed. Alright, here we are. It's got two hanging out all the way over here. Except now we also have a ton of enemies on our oh dear. Alright, well, time to start spamming Holy. Have fun! I love the stun effect. It's so good. It is very overpowered. It makes White Mage genuinely a really useful combat job. Now then, with those gone, we could wait around for another Hoplomachus to spawn, but I think we can find more if we head down this way. Actually, wait, we just needed to fight two. We should be done at this point. Is this true? It is! Entry 43 is done. Alright, let's go find those Sylph Bonnets. To find them, we're gonna need to head deeper into the Sylphlands. Looking for coordinates 2513, so nearly directly north from where we are now. We'll just ignore the Condor, ignore anyone else coming after us. And I believe they're going to be right over here in this area. Oh! I guess there's also a couple over here as well. Oh, there's a bunch over here. We should be fine, actually. Alright, we need to fight 4 of them to clear out entry number 48. Oh, there's plenty. Okay, I'll just go ahead and finish these off then. I think our next target will be in Eastern Thanalin. Alright, over here in Eastern Thanalin, heading down towards Highbridge, we're going to veer off the path. I may have veered off slightly too soon. Here we go. This should work. We're going to veer off the path, skip past the Amalja. Hello! Or maybe I will participate in this fate. We've got some Twin Adder Hunt log targets. If we take these down, that will finish off our Twin Adder hunting log through rank 2. Don't mind if I do. This is actually not why we were coming down here to Eastern Thanalin, but it works out. I'll take it. Alright, there we go. Twin Adder rank 2 is done. You're actually supposed to find those in Southern Thanalin, but that works. Unfortunately, we just lost out on several thousand Twin Adder tickets, but oh well. That's what I get for having full Grand Company tickets. Hate it. Love it. Anyways, what we are looking for over here is... just past these Mirror Knights, Golden Fleece. Need to hunt 4 of them to finish off entry number 41. So I will do that, and then meet you over in Eastern Lenosia for our final hunting log entry for White Mage. Alright, here in Eastern Lenosia, we are heading past Wineport, not to Upper Lenosia, but to take a turn to the east into the Garlean Castrum here. Lovely. Get to go right on into the Garlean base. Love it. Love it so much. This isn't dangerous at all. What we are looking for here is second cohort of vanguards, which are going to be essentially big mechs. These big mechs. We get to fight mechs. Surely this will go perfectly fine. No issues whatsoever. Let's go ahead and use Holy just to stun you. It'll be funny. And pretty helpful, actually. Alright, for these vanguards, we need to fight 4 of them to finish off our level 50 entry for our hunting log. So I'm going to keep wandering on the base, fighting these vanguards, and I'll be back when I've killed the last one. Alright, that is all of them, finishing off our last hunting log entry. And after a moment, we'll get an achievement for it. After a moment. There it is, bump on a log, conjure. And for that achievement, we get the Master Conjurer's Ring. Can't equip it till level 50, but once we are level 50, we got a really good ring for Conjure and White Mage. And with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I believe it is time to take care of a new dungeon, which is actually required by 2 separate quests. I'll see everyone next time for Zemail Darkhold.